Hey, this is Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And you're listening to the It's Funny, That Makes It Okay podcast. And we hope you enjoy the show. Here we go. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the show. It's Funny, That Makes It Okay. I am Doug.
I am Greg.
And this is Mike.
And today, I'll kind of give us a rundown here. We've got a couple of little gripes right off the bat. I'm going to go with a Betcha Can't Rant. After that, that's where we're each given some topic that listeners have written in to us. And we put into our special Betcha Can't Rant 2000 machine. It kicks one out to each one of us, and we have to try to rant on it for a minute.
We need to upgrade that to the 2022.
Well, we updated it to the 3000 and had problems, so we had to roll it back. So.
Yeah. Well, I just heard they're doing a subscription service now. So.
That's probably the truth.
We'll have to get the app.
So then we're going to talk about killer hamsters? Question mark? Killer hamsters.
Probably in cahoots with the monkeys.
And do women have an innate ability to just find out things, especially if it involves cheating boyfriends or husbands? So we're going to delve into that and maybe a few other little stories along the way. But that's where we're at. So, let's kick the show off.
Sounds good. Who wants to start?
Well, just in. I've got some
news flash.
Yes, breaking news. This is actually in regards to a story we had talked about, I think, a few episodes ago now. Just in. Jury finds romance novelist Nancy Brophy. As you guys may recall, she was the one who wrote she's the romance novelist, the one that wrote How to Murder Your Husband. She is found guilty of murdering her husband.
Oh. So it wasn't a romance novel, it was more of a how-to.
Yeah.
Yes, a guide.
A self-help.
It just needed the for idiots, you know.
Well, she probably needed to put an ending on it, and she didn't know how it ended yet. So she took care of it, and then she...
That's how it ends.
Yeah.
You'll get convicted.
Yeah.
You'll be caught, tried, and convicted. And sentenced.
See, if she tried it a bunch of ways, I wonder if she could have made it like a choose-your-own-adventure then. Remember how those were?
Oh,
you
yeah.
Get to the end. It's like,
yeah.
Turn to page 78 to hit your husband in the head with a hammer. Turn to page 92 to shoot your husband.
Or there's page 103 where you let him go.
Yeah. That page is missing.
Yes.
Can't ever find 103.
It's buried deep in the appendix somewhere. Yes. Yeah, so she was sentenced by a jury. The murder itself happened back in 2018, so
wow,
4 years later, she was found guilty.
If you're going to murder someone, it's probably not best to write a book about it.
No, it doesn't look good. Does not look good. So
unless her kind of defense was like, why would I write a book about this and kill him? That's stupid.
How to rob a bank.
Yeah. How to cheat on my taxes and get away with it.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And then on page 2, you've got a dedication right to the IRS in there.
Yeah.
Right in page 2. Well, and part of her defense from before was that, like, she had a gun, and they were able to track, basically, the same caliber bullet that shot her husband back to the gun that she had.
Which makes sense.
And her excuse for the gun at the time was, it was research for the book. So if you're going to go with that route, if you're going to go with that route,
well, that's why she killed her husband.
Exactly.
That was just research. Oh, did
I
stole your thunder?
No.
Go ahead, Mike. I am sorry.
That's the train of thought, right? Well, if the gun is research, then the dead body along with it, obviously, it's just research.
Very good point.
Yes.
She didn't want to do it. She had to.
Nobody wants to kill their husband.
That's right.
Oh, man.
And wouldn't you use a different murder weapon? If you're going to have this all, the wife sneaks into the kitchen where he works and shoots him in the back with her 380 pistol, automatic pistol. Like,
take him out with a baseball
exactly
bat.
what you did. Like, wouldn't you find him, have his car break down on a lonely road and get out and hit him in the head with a ball bat? It's like, I didn't put that in the book.
Cut his brake lines.
If I was going to kill him, I'd have shot him in the kitchen with a gun. That's like Clue.
I said so right in the book.
Was the wife in the kitchen with the handgun? No!
Oh, man. So it says her sentencing is not scheduled to take place until Monday, June 13th. So we don't know what the sentence is, but you have to imagine it's going to be life. behind
You would think.
bars.
Well, it depends what she writes in the book.
Maybe they just haven't read that far yet.
Yeah.
So the
So,
jury is like
so
a book
she's
club.
writing right now. They decided to go very lenient on her.
Yeah.
So anyway, breaking news.
Wow.
Her next novel, How to Escape from Prison.
A sequel.
Jailbreak.
How to fit in another country.
It opens up. We find our heroine deep in the bowels of the prison, locked away.
Yes.
She tries to seduce the guard. He throws up.
And then a visitor arrives.
Make me a cake with a file in it. Oh my gosh! All right.
Well, thank you for that update.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Well, now we know.
Breaking news.
We know what happened. We know the rest of the story.
We do know the rest. I feel like the rest of the story.
That's right.
All Harvey.
All right. Well, I've got a couple stupid little things. The first one, my gripe, is rabbits. I'm mad at the rabbits
All right.
because
You darn rabbits.
pesky
We got Elmer
rabbits.
Fudd here.
Yeah. We plant it with. It's a battle of futility because every year I plant annuals in the front of my little flower garden in the backyard,
And the rabbits mark
and
it
the
on the
rabbits
calendar.
come back and eat my little annuals.
It's April. Greg's planting the annuals for us, guys.
Come and get them. It's mealtime. At least they haven't gotten the perennials yet, but they got the annuals again. So that's my gripe is rabbits, and it's this every year thing, this battle against them. I spray them with stuff, but I lose every year. So I'm going to sit on the deck, I think, with a How to Kill a Rabbit. That's my book.
Sounds like Courtney, my wife, needs to make a few passes through the neighborhood.
Oh, why is that?
Her history with rabbits.
Oh, with the car, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she has to drive through the backyard, though.
Oh, well.
She did
could
drive
just
one off
I
the
think maybe she
wall.
could just stare at it and it would kill itself.
She did do that once.
Jump
Maybe he'll
off
be
the-
desperate enough sooner or later that might sound appealing.
You know, if you didn't hate dogs so bad,
We could bring the dog out, but
then they would dig up your flowers, but they wouldn't eat them. They'd kill the rabbits.
it's a trade-off.
It is a trade-off.
Courtney just goes out there and looks at the rabbit. It stands up and shoots itself in the head.
She throws the gun down with one bullet. You had a choice to make.
Go jump in the creek or one in the head. All right. And the other thing is not a gripe or anything. It's just, I was at the Huck's gas station. You know, we've talked about the different signs we see at the gas stations and stuff. And, on the counter at the Huck's gas station in East Peoria, they have a DoorDash sign there. What are people door dashing from the gas station?
Well,
I need
it's
3
like-
gallons of premium.
Kid pulls on a
$472.
little tanker. So
Reese's peanut butter cup.
That's
Yeah.
not, surely it has to be a wrapped. Like, surely you're not going to get gas station hot
A
dog.
big
man, get those delivered. You're going to pay the premium
Surely
for
you would.
DoorDash to get those delivered? I would like diarrhea delivered to me.
That way I get to stay here right at home. I'll just sit on the toilet till you get here. Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
I'd have to ask them, does anybody DoorDash?
yeah,
What
what
do
are they
DoorDash?
DoorDashing?
What is this?
Bring me a Gatorade. I mean, it's like
A Slurpee.
I didn't get what people are DoorDashing from the gas
I
station.
like candy, but I like paying it 400% more than what I could go to Walmart and get it for.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I don't know. And that was the only one. DoorDash was the only sign there.
But they must do that because I also you'll see them in there sometimes. So I've walked in before and they'll have like a little grocery section. They had like a can of baked beans. I'm like, who is getting baked beans at the gas station? And it was almost $4 for a little can of baked beans.
Well, you know, you're out at the hotel. It's an emergency. I need a can of baked beans.
Fill up my car. I'm going to get some gum, a candy. Oh, it's a baked beans.
And I think I'll DoorDash them.
Well, I'm already here. I'll throw that on the engine manifold. It'll be hot when I get to my job. Who's eating this? Baked beans, laundry detergent, milk. I saw somebody come in and get milk, and it was like $4 a gallon.
And that's back when milk was like 78 cents a
It's
gallon.
like, you know, there's a a Walmart literally less than a mile from here. You probably pass it on the way to the gas station. Gotta have that gas station milk.
Well, at Walmart, you got to get out. You got to walk all the way to the back of the store, all the way back to the front of the store.
But they probably left there after they got the milk and went to Walmart.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, anyways, it struck me as funny they would have a DoorDash
And you
sign.
know, one other thing too I was starting to notice is I think maybe it was Doug or maybe it was you, Gary, who brought it up before. The Bitcoin ATMs.
That was at that same gas station, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Hucks down in East Peoria.
That was where the Bitcoin.
I've been seeing more and more of those.
Have you picked up any Bitcoin? You could DoorDash your Bitcoin.
Have the DoorDash driver just go in and use the Bitcoin ATM?
Well, between that and the quote-unquote health mart in the men's room, I mean, you're one-stop shopping. Get all my health products, my Bitcoin. Maybe DoorDash can do all that. You know what? Go get me one of those 6-in-1 fun packs out of the bathroom, will you?
I was
and a
shocked.
taquito.
Yeah. Well,
thin and ribbed for her pleasure. DoorDash that one to me, will you?
The little hometown grocery store in Washington, the little mom and pop shop, has a Bitcoin ATM in it now. I was shocked.
Isn't Bitcoin like
what do you
$30,000 or something like that? What do you
get? It's an ATM. I put it in. I say, okay, let's say I have 35,000.
Put that on someone's computer for me.
What comes out? What happens?
Put that on someone's computer for me.
I get a piece of paper. You've successfully bought a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where did it go? DoorDash will be bringing it soon. Wow, no.
But we did debit your checking account.
Yeah, I don't understand Bitcoin very well. I tried reading about it.
I definitely don't understand it from a gas station perspective.
Well, no. I don't understand
or
most
a mom
of
and
the stuff
pop
from a gas
or whatever.
station
It's like
I don't know what you're mining. We went through that before. I don't know. I don't understand why it takes so long to mine it. Couldn't I just, boop, oh, there you go. There's my Bitcoin.
So you could get your scratch off at the gas station. You win, and you could apply that to the Bitcoin.
I feel like it's almost like Mario. You go and the little guy jumps up. Hey, I got 5 Bitcoin. He takes off. Pulls up a little flower and oh, there was a Bitcoin under the flower. It's all magic. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tune in for our financial hour next, where we tell you what to invest in.
We analyze market trends.
Yes, that's right. Plastics. I think the automobile will be big.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird things at the gas station.
DoorDash at a gas
DoorDash
station.
at the gas station. I guess you could get your cigarettes and your scratch off.
There you go.
Give me a quick pick and bring it to my hotel.
Some Swisher Sweets.
Yeah.
The grape ones.
and give me a little Debbie while you're there.
And one of those 99-cent little bitty booze bottles of like banana liquor.
Fireball.
Or they have the banana liquor or something. Like,
yeah.
That's another thing. Banana liquor? Who wants a banana flavored? I'm not a fan of the banana anyway. But I don't know.
It just struck me as funny they would have that at the gas station. DoorDash.
I don't know.
So, anyways, that's all I got.
All right. Well, I do have a gripe. I haven't had one in a while. I was at McDonald's.
Oh, here we go.
I know it. I'm going to rip into
I got them last week a little bit.
This combines a couple of things that you've talked about. I walk in. I stop in the morning. This was last week. I was heading to a customer's that I had a drive ahead of me. So I stopped. Thought, I'm going to get me an iced tea. Walk in. Nobody's there. Beautiful. I walk right up to the counter. In your fair city.
Okay.
So I walk up to the counter. And I stand there for just a minute, but a woman sees me and she comes up towards her. I'm like, beautiful. Got my $1 and some change. I'm going to just hand it to her and take my cup and go.
Oh, no, you're not.
I know. There was my first problem. So I'm standing there as she walks up to me and she smiles. And right at that moment, another woman walked in the door from outside and she's got her phone out and she walks up. I'm there. I'm in front of this woman. This woman just kind of makes eye contact with her, like to acknowledge. And she says, I ordered on the app and it took my money, but it doesn't show that I have any food here. And she turns and walks to her. I'm standing at the counter with my money. I've got it out. She leaves me walks to this woman. I'm like,
you were overridden by the app.
I'm like, and she's like, what? Yeah, I did this. So she starts going on. I don't know where it went. I can't delete it. And in that time, a manager walked up and started talking to her. A third McDonald's employee came up from the back. And we've been having a lot of problems with this. They might have to delete it, or sometimes you'll have to go in and you can edit it. And they're talking for like 4 or 5 minutes. I'm standing there. I'm like, can somebody not I just want a freaking tea.
You should have just laid your money on the counter and just grabbed the cup from behind the counter.
Well, it was way in the back.
That's all right. Go
I
back
wanted
there.
to. I just was furious. I'm like, I was here. Especially when the woman walks in and as soon as she just starts blurting out like, hey, I got that. Yeah, you know what? Get in line. The line's behind me. I am the line.
I am the line. I like that.
I was so mad. It just made me so angry.
See, you need to come with me and Dan on Tuesdays and you'll build up.
I don't have an imaginary friend to bring though. Can I use your imaginary friend or do I have to
Dan's
make another one?
You have to find another one. Because on Tuesday mornings now, they're so trained. I walk in. I don't even have to say anything. She just starts punching the register, hands me my cup, hands me my change.
I don't know if that's something to brag about necessarily.
Hey, from what I was getting, I'm thrilled.
The only part of your life where that happens. When you get what you want without asking.
Without even asking.
This is the only spot, McDonald's, Tuesday morning. That's your little
and
carve
it is
out.
only on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Because if I come any other time, there's bound to
like
be
garbage.
Yeah, bound to be problems.
They've seen me in there with you. They knew that I was part of
They yelled at you one day.
They did yell at me one day thinking I was you. And they were all disappointed. I was not them. So, all right, that's all I had.
It is frustrating though when you're there,
especially
waiting.
when this other woman came in and she started. I almost said something. I thought, you know what? Surely she's going to come right back. And especially when the manager walked up. Oh, good. They brought somebody. No. The gal that was waiting on me, she stayed too. A third person walked up like, oh, now one of them's got to come. Nope. Now they're all looking at the app. They're trying to help her.
Wasn't the Asian gal, was it?
I don't see color, Greg. I don't know.
Doug, what you should have done is you should have pulled out your phone and be like, excuse me, I ordered a tea on this app and it's not working. It's not giving me a tea.
My tea is not here.
Yes.
I should have just door dashed it.
Should I credit
at the line? There it is.
Oh,
Thank
your
you.
tea's at the gas station.
Probably would have been. Crap. All right. Well, anybody else got anything before we move on?
That's all I
Well,
had.
we're going to do a Betcha Can't Rant. And this time, we haven't in the past, but I'm going to try a timer. So we got a 1 minute. Ooh. 1 minute to try to get out a good rant. 1 minute to rant. Mike?
Doug is reaching into the Rantinator.
Rantinator.
2000, we determined. We tried the upgrade, had to rewind.
There it goes. This is from Mike's true love, who I believe you guys just had an anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Yes, happy anniversary.
She wants to see if you can rant about fuzzy socks.
Did you hit the timer?
Okay.
Fuzzy socks. And go.
Rant.
Fuzzy socks. In the past, when I have, I guess, worn fuzzy socks, they're very scratchy, very itchy on your feet. I'm sure the fuzzy socks that she's thinking of are probably a little bit different.
Mike's wearing wire brush socks.
Burlap.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've had some thick, like when I go out hiking, I've had some thicker socks. They're not super comfortable on your feet. I'm sure your feet will probably get sweaty in some fuzzy, warm socks. It's not a good feeling either.
Well, you love big, sweaty feet.
Oh, sorry. Hold on 1 second while I throw up in my mouth. Fuzzy socks. What else can I rant about? Fuzzy socks. And it cost. I'm sure they cost a ton of money, as opposed to a regular pair of socks. And wow, that is already a minute.
So there we go. That was quick.
Yeah, that went pretty fast.
You know, we'll grade you in just a minute. But 1 year,
excuse me,
1 year I got a couple pairs of big fuzzy socks at Christmas time because my feet get cold in the wintertime. And I put them on.
Feet get
they
cold
are nice.
in the
I
wintertime.
like big, thick, fuzzy socks. So I would have had a hard time ranting about this. Because one thing, it feels like I'm walking on 1,000 baby bunnies. I guess to get back to your original, it's like they're
Poor
just
little
all
bunnies.
soft and squishy. It's like, oh, it's so nice. So nice.
Yeah, I think my gripe with them goes along with his is my feet get sweaty in them. Even in the wintertime. It's like after I wear them, I love them when I first put them on, but then after a while, sweat.
I don't think I have very many fuzzy socks. I don't like big.
Does Courtney
thick
have
socks.
fuzzy socks?
Yes.
And do you have any complaints about those?
I don't. They're infused with, I'm sure like moisturizer or whatever on there. It's like supposed to be soothing for your feet.
Now, see, my wife
They look
loves,
like big mittens.
They do look
It's
like big mittens. My wife loves lotion, but she hates the socks that are infused with lotion. Because one time, years ago, I got them for her for Christmas thinking, my wife loves wearing socks.
And she loves
She loves lotion. How could I go wrong? Oh, I went wrong. Was not a fan.
I don't even get how they do that.
I don't.
I mean, does the
I think
lotion
it's a scam.
eventually wear out?
She
or-
swears that it makes your feet feel all slimy. I said, but you put lotion on and then put a sock on.
That's
How
what
is
I
it
want.
different?
Slimy, sweaty feet. That's disgusting.
I'm not a fan of feet anyway.
Well, I'm going to give Mike. It was a little weaker on a rant for him, I thought.
was
So
a
I'm going
little
to give him
weaker.
1.5 flip flops.
1.5 flip-flops.
Flip flops.
Well, you don't like the fuzzy socks. I'll give you flip flops.
Well, see, no, I have to mentally wear socks myself because I hate bare feet.
Well, you're going to have flip flops, though.
I
1.5.
don't like socks with flip flops.
I'm going to give you 4 little piggies, but not the 5th little piggy that went wee 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 all the way home. So you were close.
You don't want anything
couldn't-
going wee 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 all home in your sock anyway.
Well, no, you couldn't. Just couldn't pull off that last.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, but see, you were struggling. So you don't wear them. So you're having a hard time figuring out. I get it.
I'll give you. It was a hard rant. I mean, it was a tough one.
I was a little bit caught off guard by the fuzzy socks. Let's say. So.
All right, let's do.
my
Let's,
They're kind of innocuous. There's not much about them that you can.
So
Although maybe walking on a hardwood floor
they-
and sliding and hitting your head.
yeah.
Ooh, but you could slide across the hardwood floor, and they do cover up ugly feet, so you don't have to look at
You
it.
can do your Tom Cruise impression from Risky Business.
I'm sure everybody wants to see me doing that. All right.
All right, let's.
Greg's
pull-
turn?
Yep, read it, and then I'll hit the
right.
button, and that'll give you 1 minute to go.
1 minute to rant.
Here we go. This one is also. Let's see what. Why can I not get this one?
I hope I don't get McDonald's because I blew my whole rant there just a little bit ago.
This one is also from my wife, Courtney. You have to rant about Chromecast.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Ready? Go.
Chromecast. All right. My gripe about Chromecast is half the time, plus it's kind of outdated now. People aren't using it near as much. So just the fact that we're even talking about Chromecast is we're talking about an outdated thing. But when I used Chromecast, it was very frustrating because I would plug it into the USB port, turn the TV on. 9 times out of 10, the app wouldn't come up. I couldn't get it to work right. Move it from one TV to the other. It didn't work right on the other TV. So there's just this inconsistency about it firing up when you first, fire up the TV and try to cast from your phone. It wouldn't find it. It would show the TV there. It'd be like family room TV, and I would tap that and scroll, nothing. Go out, pull it out of the USB port, pop it back in. Scroll. Wow, that's already a minute.
That's a minute.
Man, that was a fast minute. So, anyways, yeah, it's just the inconsistency of it when you first fire it up was my biggest gripe about those.
Ours used to drop connection all the time. And then it would go through those little squares or the little
Yeah.
shapes, searching for connection.
Yep.
Searching for connection.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
See, we have it, and it works okay, but the same issues as sometimes I have a hard time getting an app to actually cast
Load,
to it.
yeah.
Then I run into this problem when I'm done. I can't get it to stop. I have to go open the app. I want to stop casting. I don't want to keep casting now. Stop.
YouTube is really bad about that. YouTube videos will keep going
Yes.
and going and going. And they're not like ones that you would watch. They're like random videos that
Yeah.
some YouTube algorithm is
Yeah,
picking
so I actually
up.
have to go to the little home icon with the Chromecast and go into that, then say what's casting, and then stop casting. And it's like, okay, finally got it.
Yeah. Well, on a similar note, our sync in our car, the Bluetooth sync in our car stopped working a while back. It's going to be over $1,000 to fix it. So I'm like, forget that. And I bought a little Bluetooth, thing that you plug into the power port. I won't say cigarette lighter because that's not a thing anymore. Into the power port. And so now I connect my phone to that, and then it goes through the speakers and everything. But a lot, I'll come in the house and I'll be like sitting on the couch watching, and I'm going to listen to something on my phone, and I tap it and it's like, why isn't my volume working? And I'm turning it up and I'm like, what's going? Then I realize it's still connected to the stupid car out in the garage. So if the car was on, you could listen to it in there, but
I've had that happen where I've been in the house listening to my phone on like through Bluetooth or something on speakers or in earbuds. And like we're working on a set or something, and my wife will say, I'm going to go somewhere. She'll get in the car and fire it up. Well, the car will pick up my phone quits. I'm like, what happened?
and she's listening to it. Like,
now she's listening to, Sammy Hagar, which she's sort of blasted in the car.
What's going on? So, all right. Well, that was Chromecast.
Well, now I get to try it. So
what do I get?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'll give you a 3-bar connection to your Chromecast.
3-bar. Okay. Out of how many?
17.
Yeah, there we go.
So it's very low.
I'm going to give you a 3G connection.
Oh, okay.
So not 5G.
Not 5. We're not there.
Not LTE, but it's
3G.
there.
All right. All right. Are you ready to hit the timer after I give you the word?
Yeah, give me the word.
All
I'll
right.
write it down. And
this one is by Mike Reagan.
Okay.
And the word is retirement.
Oh, no.
This is a good one.
How am I going to do this? Okay, retirement. Everybody wants to retire. I want to retire.
Yes.
Mike wants. I don't know if Greg does, but he's getting close.
Yes, Greg does.
Okay. So I'm planning to retire, hopefully even a little early. At least I was. And now, not. Because the stupid 401k has completely tanked. I've lost, well, I didn't even know. Last time I checked, I'd lost like $35,000 so far this year. And that's been a month ago.
Out of 36.
Yes.
So that's amazing.
Yes. I owe the 401k. I have to pay $10,000 to retire. And now we throw in highest inflation that we've had in 50 years. $5 gas. I can't buy a half a gallon of gas now without paying $47. I can't buy groceries. I can't even afford to live, let alone retire. Retirement is a pipe dream. I can't even dream about retirement. When I dream out, I have to work just so I can get to zero. That's where I'm at with retirement. It is a bunch of garbage.
I think we got to put that one in the All-Star Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Betcha Can't Rant.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It's a sad one because it's all true. That's how I really feel.
Well, it is.
It's not even a joke.
All of that's true.
Like, this is where
it costs me as much to mow my lawn now as it used to cost me to drive to Indianapolis.
It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Yes,
we're over $5 a gallon. I don't know. I don't want to get to because we could go on and on about this.
Well, because the food you go out to eat, restaurant prices are insane.
I can barely afford to DoorDash from a gas station.
I know.
That's how bad it's getting.
That is bad.
I can't imagine what the DoorDash prices are with $5 gas either. Who's paying that?
I don't know.
That just seems ridiculous.
Doug, on that one, I have to give you my empathy. So
that's what you're giving him?
Yeah.
I got empathy. Hey, I will take empathy.
I'm giving him 25 more years of work.
Oh,
hey, that's not bad.
25?
25 more years. That's not too
well,
bad.
So you're saying there's a chance.
That's what I'm saying.
I might actually get to stop. Because as it is, I'm going to have to live to be 117 just to, get out of debt.
Yeah,
I'd be working my hover round.
You'll be asking the government, "You're going to forgive my loans on the 401k owing that I have?"
Yes.
I do though. To continue this rant.
Here we go. I've got the timer off now, so you've got an open forum.
When I see the deduction go from my
paycheck, scrap the killer hamsters. We're just done. We're on it now.
When I see the deduction go from my paycheck into the 401k, I feel like an idiot because it's like, why am I putting money in this stupid thing that is going down, down, down in value every time I look at it? And it's like, I'm way over what I've put in losses this year.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That's a bad number.
So, yeah, it's not good. And you're right. I'm getting closer to that age. So it's very frustrating.
Well, it's a good thing you have this podcast money to fall back.
I know, big podcast money, but, I was hoping to live a more exorbitant lifestyle off of that, but now.
What, you want 3 mansions? Holy cow, you live in the mansion now.
Just a second pillow room.
It's like
I'm honest,
Oh, my gosh.
It's awful.
All right. Well, I saw this story. I kind of want to talk about it and just kind of get your guys' feelings on it, but said gene editing.
I have no feelings.
No feelings. We've established that. Well, you had a feeling once.
Yes.
But you won't tell us when that was.
I suppressed it.
You suppressed it. You pushed it down into the box, and then you beat it with a stick. You killed it. So it will never be back.
That's my book, How to Kill Your Feelings.
Some people say eat your feelings. You say kill your feelings. Oh, my gosh. All right. So scientists have been doing some experimenting, which always,
it always
leads
goes
to fun
well.
and games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing ever goes wrong.
Says
there.
gene editing experiment turns fluffy hamsters into aggressive mutant rage monsters. So what could go wrong?
Awesome.
Says Syrian hamsters were chosen for the experiment because they have a social organization similar to humans. A team of scientists in the U.S. have...
They're griping about their 401ks right now.
I like that
day and night for nothing.
I like that they're Syrian. It's like little terrorist hamsters.
Well, they are now.
A little band of them, little bomb strapped to them.
Poof! Blows up the whole... They might have. Well, let's see what happens.
This poof.
A team of scientists in the U.S. have accidentally created overly aggressive
I'm sure it was an accident.
mutant hamsters following a gene editing experiment.
Why are you?
We just wanted to create regularly aggressive, but now they're overly aggressive.
Poor hamsters.
So it says they're using a controversial technology too. Using the controversial CRISPR technology. Researchers at Georgia State University were examining
CRISPR?
Yeah. Called vasopressin, which is a receptor, AVPR1A. They opted to try and remove the latter from a group of Syrian hamsters with the expectation it would increase bonding and cooperation between the lovable little critters.
Didn't you say they were doing just fine? Why are we...
That's because AVPR1A is understood to regulate things like teamwork and friendship as well as dominance and bonding.
I never thought of hamsters working in a team anyways, but...
Their expectation proved to be wrong. Very wrong.
Very. Shocker.
Let's see. So here's another reason, too, why never to trust the experts. We're going to do this. What's going to do? It's going to increase bonding and cooperation. What did it do? They killed each other.
15 days to increase hamster bonding.
That's right.
We were really surprised at the results.
Yeah. Says, we anticipated that if we eliminated the vasopressin activity, we would reduce both aggression and social communication. But the opposite happened.
The hamsters came out with little protest signs and they were walking.
Academics found the adorable bundles of fluff turned into mutant rage monsters, exhibiting high levels of aggression towards other same-sex individuals. All hamsters, regardless of genotype or sex, exhibited aggression, including chasing, biting, and pinning. When exposed to a non-aggressive same-sex conspecific, in a neutral arena.
Arena. We got him in arena. Thunderdome.
Yeah.
For the hamsters.
Professor Albert admitted the result of the experiment were a startling conclusion. Said they chose the experiment with the Syrian hamsters because, unlike mice, they have a social organization that's similar to humans. We don't understand
specifically to the Syrian hamsters.
That's what they said.
I mean, what about other nationalities of hamsters? They don't have an organization.
No.
Well, actually, I think
the American hamsters are just a disorganized
the
mess.
SHO, the Syrian Hamster Organization.
Well, I think My wife's
Russian hamsters are constantly invading, taking over other
yeah.
other pens.
My wife's hamster, I think, was a Syrian hamster.
Was it?
Yeah. When she had her.
Liza?
Yeah, I think that's what she was.
Was it kind of nice?
It was?
Good.
She passed.
Because it wasn't poked and prodded.
It wasn't
gene edited in
genetically-
a lab.
Poor Liza.
So they took these fuzzy little, cute little animals and they turned them into rage monsters.
I'm picturing like Monty Python and the Holy Grail with the rabbit.
Killer hamsters,
Yeah.
attack! Run away!
Run away!
Ah, they're just attacking everywhere.
He's got a mean streak a mile wide.
You know, before when we would talk about these things and we would, gripe that the scientists are trying to kill us with either animals or robots, one of the two. And I used to get, somewhat jokingly worried about, but after the inflation and the gas and the 401k, I'm like, bring it on. I don't care. What else have you got that can try to kill me?
Match them up.
That's right. Mash them up. So what other animals or what other experiments could they possibly be working on now? You guys have
They're
any
already
thoughts?
combining poodles with everything.
They are.
Golden doodles.
Hamster doodle. It's a giant one that's really aggressive now.
Doxy doodle. Little low riding poodle.
Pit poodle.
Yeah.
It's a fighter.
Yeah. Our neighbor has a golden doodle. It just seems high strung. It's always barking at people, running to the edge of it's got an electric fence around the yard, so it runs right to the edge and barks at all the joggers and stuff. And
I picture the scientists too, like you said with that, trying to cross a bunch of. So let's do like bats and monkeys. That way we have flying monkeys. Just like, so
Wizard of Oz.
let's get
Wizard
them
of
flying, tearing our faces off. We'll just throw an octopus in there. We can give them 8 arms. That way they can really beat the crap out of me and like an eighth of the time. They can kill humans, 100 times faster with 8 arms and flying. You can't get away.
so you could combine these aggressive hamsters with the poodle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ham poodles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Who hams?
pretty soon, yeah. Now you're in Dr. Seuss. Pretty soon, we won't have to go to a movie theater to go see Godzilla versus Kong. It'll just be like out the back window.
Yeah, just look out your
Pretty
window.
soon,
Oh, that's normal.
Yeah. The monkey stuff that we read about all the time. Pretty soon, giant lizards will probably be walking around too. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. No kidding.
why can't we just leave
low
things
enough alone.
alone? For goodness sakes,
What could you mix like sharks with?
tornadoes.
Hamsters.
Hamster shark. Little teeny sharks that just gnaw on you. Wouldn't be the great white hamster. It'd be like the small brown hamster. It's got a little fin on his back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, this is something that I just found out. I'll bring up real quick. A related story at the bottom here. It says scientists have also conducted some research. They found that mice are terrified of bananas. So maybe we find out what the hamsters are terrified with. I don't know why they're terrified of bananas.
Well, it's like a cat with a cucumber. You just throw something down behind,
like a snake,
behind the
maybe.
hamster.
Yeah.
Says researchers have made an odd discovery about male mice. Well, I think we know. I think we know what's going on there. They don't like bananas. I'm scared of bananas. I can't eat a banana. Ugh. They make me sick. So I have an intolerance. I'm very
But you
intolerant
could have your
to
banana
bananas.
flavored liquor.
No, I can't have that either. So
Have
anyway,
it DoorDash to your house.
I don't know. Did you guys have anything else you want to throw in there? I just saw that. Like, why are they doing this? What is the point of this?
I don't know.
You don't know.
That's
No,
that's the question we always ask.
There's probably a government grant
Well,
for genetic hamster
inevitably.
studies.
Yes. Yeah, inevitably.
So I don't know what else. Well, I don't know what else they might be.
Man.
Genetically testing.
Pretty soon, I think we're going to have to start taking bets on if the robot invasion comes first or if the Rise of the Planet of the Apes happens first.
My question is where's PETA? Because used to be you do cosmetic
hamsters got 'em.
testing. You do cosmetic. It ate
They
him.
turned them loose. Ah! We're here to save you. They're just overran by a swarm of them. It just swarms over the person. Nothing but bones. Pick them clean in 32 seconds. We can do hamsters, Syrian hamsters, and piranha.
Ooh. Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know. Did you have anything else before we move on? I don't want to move on too quick
I
here.
don't think so.
Okay.
Or you could go the opposite direction. You do genetic testing on a snake or something. It becomes very nice. It wants to hug you and stuff comes up. I was just trying to hug him. It's a nice snake.
Well, that's what they were preparing us for with the shark encounters, right?
That's
They're
right.
just encounters.
They're
They're not attacks.
No.
We're just encountering.
So
a snake.
the rage-filled hamsters, it's not an attack.
They're going to encounter the crap out of you.
That's right. It's just an encounter. Mostly peaceful encounter.
That's right.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly. Until the very end when you died. But other than that, up till then, very peaceful.
And there'll be a book. How to use hamsters to kill your husband.
That's right. That is right. Yeah. All right.
That one you might have to wait, though.
Yeah, you'll need a little while, yeah. But you can start to work on it now.
That's true.
Well, you got to get the plot down.
Yeah. Well, and you got to access the Syrian hamsters. I mean, that could take you a little while to
That
get
could.
You have to test
the
it. We
genetically
know for
modified ones.
Well, you don't want it to kill you either. So you
No.
got to, That's the next horror movie coming out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this next story is from The Sun, from the U.S. version of The Sun.
The Sun?
Yeah.
Solar babies.
No solar babies. That's from a long time ago episode.
Yes.
So. Oh, it involved incest, all kinds of stuff. It was a horrible.
Nobody wants
incest. That is for sure. All right, so this one's called Under the Thumb. It says, I exposed my cheating boyfriend by spotting a tiny detail in another girl's Instagram post.
That headline sounded wrong.
It did.
I exposed my boy. Oh, what?
Being in love can make you do crazy things, but one woman has revealed the links
Crazy kids.
she went to when exposing her boyfriend as a cheat. The TikTok woman
Oh, leave
said,
it to TikTok.
there you go. She went
TikTok.
full detective and recognized her partner's thumb in a photo that proves he was with another girl.
What?
That's what she said. She saw a thumb in a photo. And it's not even like the whole thumb. It's a portion of the thumb. I mean, just a portion.
Yeah.
And she knows this is her boyfriend from that little portion of the thumb. The caption on the picture says, when you catch your boyfriend cheating because you recognize his breakfast order and thumb in another girl's Instagram post. So not
she
only
saw the breakfast order, too.
she did see the breakfast order. She claims she recognized the boyfriend's thumb in another girl's post. And a clip that has racked up 27,000 likes says, when you catch your boyfriend's breakfast order and thumb in another girl's post. It says, poking fun at links she went to, poking fun at the links she went to. She added, another person said she's insane. Many people were highly invested in the incident and asked for more details. Story time. Was the girl a mutual friend? The woman replied, she asked me not to involve her because she's going through the same. He lied to both of us. But basically, they didn't know each other. I'm not sure she's still with him. But I went no contact straight away. He maintains he did not cheat.
His thumb did.
That's right. Someone asked how some people asked how she had first suspected her boyfriend cheating. The TikTok user explained he was being really sus.
Oh, jeez.
And was away with friends, so I looked through his Instagram follows and boom, wish I had found it sooner. But he was playing perfect boyfriend. Once I so other people started chiming in. Once I recognized my ex's foot in another girl's Instagram story, they were at the beach together. Another said, I heard him say one word in the background. A third commented, we see everything. I am more curious, and they don't tell anywhere in here What is his? I couldn't really see what his breakfast is, but it looks like
It looked like cinnamon toast, maybe,
or is it rye? I couldn't tell if it was a
or
rye
bread.
toast.
Yeah, maybe a rye bread.
But cinnamon could be, and some kind of is that a biscuit? She wrote over the breakfast. See, to me, that's what is this breakfast that he had? Is it so odd?
It's very identifying.
Well, it's like scrambled eggs and a biscuit. It's like, well, that and toast.
Well, nobody
eats scrambled eggs
them
for
in a
breakfast.
certain order on his plate.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like any sort of breakfast you could get at a cafe or whatever.
Yeah, and listen, I think now I'm going to use a line from last week's episode. Nobody wants to be sexist, but I'm going to generalize here. I know a lot of women that will gin up an entire story, a backstory and everything over one thing. And they may be right a lot of the time. I will give them that. Their intuition a lot of times is correct. But it's like, it's not always, I don't know. They gin up a whole thing behind this picture. So I don't know. I don't see anything in there. And if you look at his thumb, it's not like it's scarred or he's missing a thumbnail or it bends backwards or something. It's just a normal looking thumb to me.
Yeah. It doesn't give you much of it. It's
like I said, it's not even a whole thumb. It's a part of a thumb.
It looks very similar to mine. Maybe it's me.
Don't tell your wife.
Man, I guess.
Lori, I guess I cheated on you. I found my thumb in another picture. Maybe your thumb's cheating on you.
It could be.
It went out at night. I
loaned my thumb to the other guy.
I mean, there's not enough thumb there. If he was a thumb wrestler, you'd win every time. There's nothing there.
No, there's not.
All right, so that got me thinking. So is there a certain meal that if your wife or girlfriend in a situation or whatever saw it, she'd be like, oh, I know that you're there because this is your – I'm trying to think. I don't have a distinguishing meal like, oh, that's Doug's order. That's it. I'd say Reese's, but everybody eats.
Well, I had Reese's down as one possibility. My breakfast meal of choice is
breakfast burrito.
Nope, French toast. That's only with Dan.
Your imaginary friend.
No, my when we go out to eat, my normal breakfast is French toast, eggs over easy, and link sausage. That's my standard.
I don't think I have a standard.
Yeah.
It just depends.
That's it.
Pancakes.
I mean, once in a while, we could have guessed.
Right.
I mean, yeah, Courtney would have no problem finding she can identify Mike's homemade pancakes.
Well, it had to be his homemade one. So if he's eating some others, then I would say that's not Mike because he's a pancake snob.
I saw this girl pull pancakes out of the freezer.
They were on a road trip. Oh, Mike's in big trouble.
It was a big Ziploc bag.
Yikes. Mike's in trouble.
You have to see his thumb.
Yeah. And that's another thing. I don't think I have a body part that is just that distinguishable.
See, if Lori was out, doing this instead, I think I might be able to recognize her thumb. She has no knuckles. Have you ever noticed?
At all?
Look at her fingers. They're very.
How do they bend?
There's
They
very.
don't have a knuckle.
She has the knuckle, but when you look at it,
her fingers don't bend at all. They're like flappers.
But when you look
it's
at
like
it,
a walrus.
You see. that's
she can only wear mittens. She can't even wear gloves.
That's kind of what it looks like.
Forget about driving a stick shift.
No, but when you look at, how we have the lines on our knuckles, she has very few lines on her knuckles.
Now I've got to see this.
And then the other thing is, she's going to kill me. On each foot. So if her foot happened to be up by the breakfast.
Well, she eats with her feet sometimes.
As one naturally does.
Well, not having knuckles, you have to pick up stuff with something. So she's adapted like a monkey, and she can grab the food with her feet and eat. What has happened to the show?
They're on both feet. I think it's both feet. Her two middle toes are somewhat webbed. She's got like skin. Like
wow. Greg is going all in on this.
Yeah. Ask her afterwards. She'll show you. Show me your toes and your knuckles.
This episode brought to you by Orsky and Orsky Divorce Lawyers. See, with you, you've got the humpback going though.
Well, I do. They got the little humpback on the neck there.
Your family has my wife's got a little bit of a hump. So if you're like passed out next to the to the breakfast,
if it's
and your
French
hump
toast,
was there,
eggs, and she would recognize that. Yes.
I'm trying to think. I can't.
Mine would probably be my hair spike.
Yeah, you got the hair
You got the hair spike.
I've got that pretty much all the time. So I think you could probably pick me up.
Mike doesn't put gel in it anymore. It just goes bing.
Oh, it's just on its own. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Low maintenance.
See, I'm trying to think. I don't have a go-to meal that I would get. Then my wife will probably say, "Yes, you do," and she'll tell me, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I do have that." But I'm trying to think.
And I better never see it on Instagram.
Like for breakfast, I'll eat all kinds of stuff. I'll eat French toast or pancakes or fried eggs. I don't normally eat scrambled eggs.
See, I will eat all those things, but if you just
After
ask
you
my
eat your first breakfast.
if you ask me my go-to, and if you went up and asked
Except
Lori,
for Tuesdays where it's your breakfast burrito.
Tuesday's a burrito. So if the picture was taken on a Tuesday, it'd have to
I
be a
recognize
burrito.
Greg's burrito.
Yeah. And then it would be
And his breakfast.
and it would be Dan, and it would be Dan in the picture.
There's nobody else at the table. It must be his invisible friend. See?
Maybe some angry McDonald's employees.
That's right.
But if you went up right now and asked Lori what my typical go-to breakfast is, she would tell you. She'd know.
See, I would say, too, if I saw a steak smothered in ranch dressing. Oh, my
Well, that
God.
might be Courtney. That might be Courtney.
That would be my wife's too.
Yeah.
We won't get into that whole thing. But, yeah, I just, it's terrible.
But, yeah, we'll see if Lori will show you her knuckles one.
All right. Well, I got a little story that I'm going to tie into this. So my wife will probably be mad now. But
why not? Get them all, man.
Hey, here we are. Oh, maybe I can quit.
Well, I think I probably already made Courtney mad with the bunny story. So I think I can check her off the list.
Yeah.
All right. Well, a while back, my wife, I believe, was talking to your wife, Greg, and she was talking about
Knuckles?
No, there's no knuckle talk. You might get a knuckle sandwich. You'll find out. I do have knuckles.
She can't.
It's an open hand slap like Will Smith. See, that hurt, but still no knuckles.
You craving sandwich for
Slap
breakfast?
fight. Greg's going to wake up with a weighted blanket all over him. He's not going to be able to get up out of bed in the morning. Lori's going to throw
She
it
has
on
got
him.
to put that aside. I don't know where it is.
Oh, I think you're going to find out tonight where it's been.
I'll wake up in the morning. I can't move.
Just your head out. She's like, slapping you silly. Oh, my God. Anyway.
Pinching me with her web toes.
Oh, see, that was too far. Oh, my gosh.
I'm glad she doesn't listen that often.
Yes. I would keep her away from this episode. I really would. Oh, and if anyone's listening that knows her, don't bring it up.
Just make it that much more better when she does find the episode.
Mike and I
later.
find this appalling, for the record. I mean, I don't want to speak for Mike, but we tried to talk Greg out of this.
I am starting a GoFundMe, though.
You might need one.
On an unrelated note, you'll put it on your work car and go
For legal expenses. All right. So anyway, my wife kind of had a similar thing, not with me, but she had talked about.
Oh, of course not.
A sister-in-law went to a restaurant in Chicago, and my wife was telling her about this meal they had and a fancy drink and stuff, and thought it looked neat. And your wife, Greg, said, "Well, where was that at?" She goes, "Well, I don't know where it was." She didn't say. She said, "Well, wait a minute. They had some pictures." So she scrolls through Instagram, finds the pictures of them sitting at this table, breaks up the picture, blows up the picture so that she can see the reflection of the glass in the mirror, or the window rather, because it's got a logo on the glass. Not that you can see, but you can see it through the reflection. She finds that. Then she's like, I know that's in Chicago. She types that into Chicago. There's 3 of them. She's like, okay, now, if we look here, there was another. She deduces this all down, and within like 2.5 minutes, like, oh, here it is. Here's the address. I'm like, how is that? If I wrote out step-by-step directions on how to get from here to somewhere 5 miles away and use, like, go north, turn left, she would be completely lost. But if there's a picture, I can find everything I want to know about you. So I can see my wife doing something like this woman, finding a picture, a sliver of something, and that's it. Look, Doug folds his paper just like that. That'd probably be my thing. I've got a lot of OCD, so I have things folded and
yeah. So
garbage.
she would pick that. She'd pick up on that.
I'd have to crumple. I'd have to go against the grain. Oh man. So I don't know. Anything else?
I don't think so.
I think we're good to go. All right. Well, hey, thank you everybody for tuning in. We hope you have a great week this week. Relax, laugh a little bit. Things are going to be okay, even though we're having to pay $5 for gas, and we're never going to get to retire. But it'll be fine.
Oh, it'll be great.
I'm sure everything's going to be just wonderful.
Yeah.
Pretty soon we'll all be murdered by hamsters anyway. So, which is kind of nice, better than monkeys, because they're like, oh, look how adorable they are. And
yeah, because I don't feel like the hamsters will pull your face off.
No, they'll just kill me, and but I'll think they're adorable while they're doing it.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine. It'll all be just fine.
Pretty soon, I think our draft will be which genetically modified
will murder
mutant
us.
animal would you want on your team?
That's a good draft. Which way are you going to die in the future?
Yeah.
Robot? Killer hamster? Monkey high on PCP?
Angry wife?
The sharks?
Yeah.
Angry wife? Well, if she gets a book that's how to murder my husband, Greg, I would start worrying a little bit. All right. Well, hey, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. We hope you have a great week. Relax, and hope you're tuning in 7 days. Until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.